This is something that I didn't even notice till now. So basically, Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare used to have a roller coaster. This will take you way back in 2016, almost 10 years later. It lasted till a week, then later after that they closed their doors. This ride is called Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 3Z Arena. So basically, Garden Warfare 3Z Arena was a shooter attraction at Carowinds in North Carolina that used many of the same assets of Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 2. It had 3 main digital maps where, depending on what or other choices for what side they ended up joining on, to either shoot the zombies or the plants, the goal of the game was to shoot the most enemies while also trying to get the most golden gnomes. 3Z Arena opened in March of 2016. PopCap worked with Pure Imagination Studios for media and gameplay, while construction was handled by entertainment manufacturing company Alterface. The ride would close on August 1st after a Twitter post on July 30th announced its closure at the end of that weekend. Until then, August 1st 2016, they have finally closed down to the public, so they either had tear it down or, they probably had demolish it. That'll be crazy if they have left it sitting there abandoned with no ideas. I mean, there is some abandoned things from the 3Z Arena, like for example, rare items, pieces, and parts that was part of the ride, that was probably rarely left into dust, but they probably had found it and share it to on eBay for sale. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this weird interesting Plants vs Zombies amusement park, something that I never heard about, and also didn't even knew about it. I believe everyone didn't even knew about this, not even YouTubers didn't knew about this, except for Noahstarves, who touched down on that video about this weird roller coaster. Link is in the description. This amusement park ride have limited time for a week, and it's sad to see it go, unfortunate. I mean, I probably be interested to come there one day. I mean, I a huge Garden Warfare fan that do be playing this game all the time, and then seeing something like this makes me very curious. Like, I'll probably visit there one day since I'm a Garden Warfare fan, but since they closed their doors, and I don't think there's no other way for me to visit it there at all, I know it would have been fun if I have tried it out. However, but game on the Garden Warfare 3Z Arena caught me very interesting, because it actually has 2 screens on each side, one for the plants and one for the zombies, and it's ever up to you depending on what side you want to either join on and ride with. On the zombies screen, you can see that Dr. Zomboss is demonstrating about taking out the plants and collect some golden gnomes, and I found that funny that golden gnomes became a main part of the game attraction, where you it how it looks like on the screen with digitals and stuff, and you collect some golden gnomes and also gain more points. In Garden Warfare 2, you have to found them and collect them. Once you collect all of them, then you be able to open the hidden door in underground backyard battleground, and open some treasure chests, and then you ended up unlocking the crown, or either the gnome radio. I forgot what it's called, but it plays, I'm a gnome song. It's a cosmetic hat for everyone, but the golden gnomes isn't the main part of Garden Warfare 2, they just consider collectibles in the game. You also have the voice acting. For example, Dr. Zomboss can actually speak and talk while he demonstrates how the attraction works, and goes, how he created this attraction ride for everyone to experience. You also have 2 screens, rather you work for him, and help him take out the plants, or, you would rather disrespect him and work for the plants team with Crazy Dave to take out some of Zomboss's zombie goons. You also see on the screen you have plant classes and of course the zombie classes, but, another hand that caught me off guard is the Z-Mech. The Z-Mech appears to be either a mini-boss or either a champion. Another strange character I also saw is Captain Smasher, who appears as a boss. However, now Captain Smasher isn't that much relevant. I mean, he wasn't in battle for Neighborville as boss, he was honestly scrapped for some point. He was almost there being added to the game until everything was rejected together. Another boss I also see is the Royal Hypnoflower. Royal Hypnoflower as appears in 2 games and I didn't know see show up on the screen as a boss. There is other bosses such as Giga Torchwood, Sunflower Queen, Yeti, and the Gargantuar boss. The main settings of the attraction will take place in Seeds of Time, where you go through the portals, or should say portal rounds, shooting enemies and champions. Once you enter the portal, the teams will gain some points and some scores. Until then you'll enter another round. Once you release from the portal, I believe the final round would be the Rose's Castle, where you be fighting tons of plants and you be able to defeat Rose as a final boss. Once you reach the gate of the bridge, just like settings in Garden Warfare 2 but different, although Rose isn't that type of a boss character, in Garden Warfare 2 she is considered a playable character class, who can turn zombies into goats, and then at the end, we can see Dr. Zomboss have finally captured the golden gnome, but till then, Crazy Dave got a hold of it, and then start chewing it, and eating it, until Dr. Zomboss realized that golden gnomes were chocolate, and then he screamed out no, which I found that is kinda hilarious a little bit, and then after that, we get the final results of the scores, for what teams that scores or took out the most wins, and that is that, so pretty much, it would been kinda fun if I would have tried it out for the first time, but, I truly think that PopCap is trying to promote Garden Warfare 2 as a popular game, because back of Garden Warfare 2 first releases, it gone massive, it made so many money, and it became a worldwide known Plants vs Zombies game of all time, and pretty much PopCap wanted to promote Garden Warfare 2 even more, having an amusement park attraction ride that basically called Garden Warfare 3Z Arena, where we get into seeds of time fighting the zombies and the plants, where we all riding on the hover things, so PopCap can make it funner even more, and the another thing, the way I be saying Garden Warfare 3Z Arena, almost sounded like I'm saying Garden Warfare 3, could Garden Warfare 3Z Arena actually be Garden Warfare 3, I mean we all know that Garden Warfare 3 don't exist for some point, I don't even think that Battle for Neighborville is considered Garden Warfare 3, I don't even know why Twitch is considered Battle for Neighborville to be as Garden Warfare 3 with the blank out cover, or a picture, it's nothing but trash however, nobody didn't like it which is why it failed about a year later, when they first released it, I'm thinking if Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 3Z Arena didn't have a limited time operation, would the attraction still be around today, will it last a pretty good long time till right now, will, pretty much, however, I would say, unfortunate, and let me explain the news why it won't last a very good long time, so currently Battle for Neighborville have failed the Garden Warfare franchise, and they would no longer make Garden Warfare franchise anymore, which will affect the attraction, such as Garden Warfare 3Z Arena, since it's a base of Garden Warfare 2 game, this will affect everything and probably will leads to a closure of the attraction, and this Garden Warfare failure happen in 2020, another worse thing that'll also affect the attraction even more severely is, the pandemic, for example, all amusement parks will have to close their doors due to pandemic and the virus, and without any people coming to the attraction, we'll lose some money really bad, several attractions have to close their doors and demolish it, or either left intact or abandoned with no future hopes, thanks to the pandemic that ruined, and Garden Warfare 3Z Arena is one of those attention that regardless have shut their doors and demolish it, due to their own franchise being a failure thanks to Battle for Neighborville, and thanks to pandemic for making way worse to the point that people have to stay home due to the coronavirus, so Garden Warfare 3Z Arena will lose some money really bad, and I mean really bad, to the point that they would have no other choices but to force theirself to close their doors, because pretty much the attraction will definitely file Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection, and like I said again, they have no other choices but to close their attraction down, and demolish it, so yeah, Garden Warfare 3Z Arena wouldn't be a year for 2020, 2020 would eventually be a closure of this year for some point reasons, if it did lasted a very long time, like I would say 4 years however it lasted, and unfortunately, I don't think it wouldn't be around still till this day however, if it did lasted a very long time, but I've been talking a lot, and I wonder have you guys been on Garden Warfare 3Z Arena before, what did you think about it, wasn't fun, or wasn't not great, leave your opinions on the comment section, and like this video and subscribe this channel, link is in the description if you want to check out Noahstarves video about Garden Warfare's secret roller coaster, and peace.